welcome back here to Columbia College for the second time today. The Missouri Reign are facing Fusz in this matchup, in this Division II matchup, where shortly ago, about an hour and a half ago, we did have a rain delay because of the lightning surrounding this Columbia College field. I mentioned it then, but the sun has came out and the clouds have moved on. And we are back playing here. Fusz did score a goal in that time off for the broadcast. A goal from a little outside of the box. Mapano could not stop it, and it went bottom left corner. But regardless, we are back into this one as Mapano is actually going to dive on it in box. A lot of possession here for Fusz's second team. They've been putting pressure on this Missouri Reign side all day long. The midfield just hasn't been able to keep up for the Reign.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. The Reign have not been able to connect passes between one another, and Fusz have been able to dominate possession and dominate offensively every time that they have the ball. They are seeming to do danger to this Missouri Reign defense, and already in this first half, there's 2 goals. We do have a revised shortened halves in this game, 2 35-minute halves, thanks to the rain delay to get the first team game on quicker.
Mara Estelle with a nice shot there into the box.
Pretty clean save there by Fusz's starting keeper.
So it's going to be played up far side now as she tries to play it to Estelle, but it's going to be a little too tall and fall back into the hands of Jurovic in the back. A lot of substitutions since we last saw this team a couple hours ago before the rain delay for Fusz. A lot of different faces, and they were going to switch their entire team after halftime, but coach electing to do it before halftime as there was that very long rain delay. Still a lot of the same players for the Reign, though, as Mapano is still in goal and everyone else stayed in their positions. There was a change on that far side.
Coach Aycock wanting to put the starters out against this Fusz second side. Starters for the second side of the Reign, should I say. He likes to play every game like it's a competitive one. We saw it against the KC Current on Monday, having his full starting 11 out there against the second side for the Current.
It's going to eventually be stolen by Cardoso. And again, back to Fusz as they retain possession. Looked like they wanted to take a shot, but they'll send it out to the right now. And to Caitlin Smith. Defended by Clay, seeks Byer. She'll send a cross into the box, but Mapano is there. Mapano getting kicked. And a couple good chances there from Fusz in the box as Mapano was just standing as blockade in front of it.
Very, very dangerous opportunity there for Fusz. Missouri Reign
corner kick for Fusz.
2-0 and not extending that lead.
Coming on for the Reign, number 9, Kimber
not able
and 16.
Luckily, a couple Reign defenders realized the danger that they were in, defended on the goal line and knocked it away for a corner. But still, Fusz dominating and looking to extend the scoreline. Here's the corner.
This one's going to be sent high and way over the back of the net as Mapano did not have to deal with
Goal
that
kick,
one.
Missouri.
Probably the best possible scenario for the Reign after that attack of Fusz. Reign are going to need to start playing in the midfield, using that pace down the line. Estelle has moved over to that left wing. We saw her starting a striker. Now it's Haggerty, or sorry, not Haggerty in there at striker. But Estelle down the wing could be the play for the Reign if they have any chance in this one.
Yeah, as it changed up as striker, it'll be Izzy Schmidt up at the top for the Reign, as that one's also going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. A couple nice defensive stops there by Addie Clay and the rest of that defense for the Reign as they've kind of stifled this Fusz attack as of late. It's going to be sent in the box by Smith. It'll go back post onto the feet of a Fusz player. And a handball will ultimately lead to a Mopano kick from the back. Hart and a couple players were surrounding her, so she didn't have a chance at a shot. Ended up bouncing off her arm, her right arm, and now kicked by Mopano out to Hart again. Hart looking right, finds right. Now up the field, eventually looking for Schmidt, and it'll go out of bounds once again.
Not the best ball there, sort of in between Schmidt and the right winger. Luckily, it went out of bounds for a throw-in.
Daphne Gonzalez, also one of the players that came on after that lightning delay for Dakota Aycock's team. She'll be playing on that right wing position, as this one's by everyone. Hart not fast enough to get to it, but it'll go all the way back to Mopano, as Smith could never get to it.
Fusz looking dangerous even whenever the ball ends up going all the way back to Mopano. That ball was dangerous, however, just played too far out in front of that streaking striker. Would have been 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Bailey Davis, passes that one back to Mopano, and now out wide again, as it's going to be intercepted by Aubrey Wallace on the far side. She turns around and sends it to Schrumpf, and all the way back to center back as they shift sides. Now finding their way central, a through ball in is going to find the feet of Giannano, but a good defensive stand by Aguilar on that far corner, and it'll go out for a goal kick. She did a nice job of shielding her defender off of her.
Really impressive play there by Aguilar. Not
Goal
only
kick,
shielded the
Rain.
ball, but also hit the ball off of the attacker and retain possession for the Rain. Ball looked like it was going to be going out of bounds for a goal kick originally, but a nice offensive play there by the Luffy's attacker, keeping it in. But in the end, Aguilar was able to be dominant in that one-on-one and win the ball back for the Rain.
Mopano tried to find Amara Ostel, who me and Julian watched score 2 goals in a matter of kicked out of bounds by Reagan Barra on this near side. Excuse me, that's going to be actually Marin Vines. Excuse me.
Referee has announced an additional 1 minute of extra time, as both halves will be played at 35 minutes in this Division II
There will
game.
be a
Thanks to the
minimum
rain
of
delay.
1 minute added to the end of the first half. 1 minute stoppage.
Izzy Schmidt tried to track that one down on the near side, but a lot of good defense being played over here, as the throw-in will go past everybody, and Schmidt, the nearest player, it was deflected out by
Corner kick, Missouri.
a Rufus player, Aubrey Wallace, that is.
Dangerous opportunity here for the Rain. Last kick of this first half, looking to spark some momentum going into the second half.
Addie Clay will be the one to take it for the Rain.
Coach Aycock sending all of his players back post.
This one will be short and near post and kicked away smoothly, as that will end the first
It is
half.
halftime. Our
Like me and
score,
Billy mentioned before,
Missouri
this
Rain
was
0
short for
and
half because of the rain
Fusz 2.
delay. Still trying to fit in the Division I game, of course, as this
Did not
is
mention
the
earlier, but as
Division
you have
II
noticed,
exhibition.
both the first and second
2-0 the
half will
score
be
here.
shortened to 35 minutes due to our
36th
weather delay.
minute. We will be back
will have our Division
in
I
about
game right
5
after
minutes
this one.
before the end, or the start, excuse me, of this second half.
Okay, go.
Hello and welcome back for the second half of a short 35-minute thanks to the weather delay we had earlier on in the game. We are just set for the second half between Lou Fusz 2 and the Missouri Rain 2. Lou Fusz will receive this second half kickoff up 2-0 thanks to a goal in the 4th and the 26th minute. Reminder for everyone watching, we do have the Division I game between these two sides shortly after the end of this second half. Going to be looking at a 25-minute break between games as we have a 35-minute second half coming to you underway here at Columbia College. Ball played into the middle for Lou Fusz, now out on the left. That is Tottleben, but won by Estelle. Still in possession for Lou Fusz. Now over to the back, it's Schrumpf. Down the right flank, has options. Finds a wide open Emma Giannia. Giannia still on the ball, looking into the middle for Smith. Ball played over the top. It will be met by the running Rain defender. And it's actually going to trickle out of bounds in the end for a Rain goal kick for the new keeper, Katie Fitzler. Hart looking for Estelle on the left, finds Estelle, but it gets one after a couple deflections. Shooting opportunity here for the Fusz if they like to take it. Ball played into the middle, but offside. The Rain catch a break as a wide open striker was through on goal. Aubrey Wallace had the chance to make it 3-0 here in the 37th minute of play. To start this second half, Fitzler will take this goal kick. Fitzler will be taking the kick, and it's going to trickle out of bounds for a Rain throw. This one's going to go out again for another Rain throw-in. Rain playing throw-in game as we have entered the 37th minute. Ball played. Still with the Rain on that left flank. Back to Clay. Clay looking for Estelle. Almost finds Estelle. Gets past her leg and it goes all the way into the back line. Here, Lou Fusz on the counter. But Clay will be there to stomp it out. Her pass is intercepted. Ball played into the middle now, but a nice job of Hart to be in the right place at the right time to stop any attack from happening.
This one's going to be played back to the back line now for Lou Fusz and around to the far side. Ivy Clay stands in front of it, but it will be played back again. Bailey Davis now on the defense. And it's going to be played up far right side. Looking middle now. And Bailey Davis now in possession as she finds Estelle flanking up the field. Estelle looked like she was trying to find Elfrink at the top, but it'll go by her, and Reagan Barra recovers. Emma Ginano looking for Caitlin Smith at that top.
Nice play by Martin there to stop that. Getting up with the ball and knocking it out of bounds. She would have been through on goal without the stellar play of Martin.
This one's going to be played out to Estelle. Can she keep it in bounds? She can't. And it'll be out of bounds for a Lou Fusz throw. It'll be Hobart to throw. He sends that one in centrally. Onto the feet of Smith. Smith makes a good turn. She's central now. Looking for a shot. She'll pass it out. Vines on it. And stolen away by Haggerty. She cleared it away, but it'll be back into Vine now. Vine with a nice through ball, looking for Ginano, but able to sweep it away is Mopano. Mopano with a long kick all the way up to Elfrink, excuse me, and back to Hart, but Vine with another stop there. Excuse me, that's actually going to be Wallace. Vine and Wallace patrolling that attacking area for Lou Fusz as Wallace will receive it once again. Now onto the feet of Totalbin. Totalbin looking central, guarded by Hart. Now we sent up all the way to Hobart, but it's stolen by Austell. Taking the throw in now is Hatfield, who had that first goal for Lou Fusz in that opening 3 minutes. That beamer from outside of the box right into the back post. As Bailey Davis will pass that one back, and Rain will find Haggerty out on the far side, guarded by Smith. Bailey Davis now on a nice turn by her to get back into space, looking for Austell. Austell is forward. We saw her on this
That's gonna go for a corner.
near side, track many balls down against Sunflower State to turn them into opportunities and goals.
Corner kick, Missouri.
That was a very nice offensive possession there by Austell. Even though she was not able to track the ball, her pressure forced the defender to make an errant pass back to the keeper, going off a bounce for a corner. Rain looking to spark a comeback here as we reach the 42nd minute. 7th minute of the second half. If you're just tuning in, we're playing 2 35-minute halves. We are in the second half already. Trying to shorten the game and get this Division I game underway as we have an approximate 8:15 kickoff for the Division I game. That'll all depend on how late this game goes, as you need to allow about 20 minutes for players to warm up.
Hatfield will clear that one away onto the feet of Clay. Clay just tries to redirect it back the other direction, and then it'll be played out by Tabera. Barra now forward, and Ava Martin will send that one all the way back to Mopano and goal. Rain looking to go on the attack now stolen by Hatfield. Hatfield slows down a bit. Now speeds up, gets by her defender, sends it central. As she finds Vine middle. Vine looking for the through ball, but it's going to be intercepted over there by Clay and kicked away. We've seen Clay in a lot of these games for the second team, sometimes for the first team, as she gets pulled up on occasion, always playing on the defensive area for Dakota Aycock and this Missouri Rain team. So it's going to be thrown into Vine, stolen by Austell, and she'll pass it back at Rain, reset to Bailey Davis. Bailey Davis back to Hart, and Hart back to Martin, as Mopano sends that one out to Clay. Clay to Haggerty now as she's getting hacked on the far side. It'll be played up now to Leninger, who we haven't called much in this second half. She was really strong before the rain and the clouds came. She had multiple different opportunities in the box. As now Vine has an opportunity here. It'll actually be Wallace. Wallace guarded by Clay. Wallace with a nice shot, but it'll go a little near side. And Mopano will not have to deal with it in goal.
Goal kick,
I'd like to
Rain.
apologize for the camera work. We cannot switch it to the horizontal view, so I would like to apologize for this game. However, for the Division I game, we will be back to our normal setup.
Haggerty with a bad touch off of her head, and will go out of bounds for Bear to throw. Bear's going to throw that one into Wallace and back to Bear.
Pro.
Rain now in possession. As an errant touch and Hatfield will steal it away. Now up to Wallace. Wallace, a good touch out wide. Clay could not get in between that ball and will eventually go out of bounds, but a good 1-2 touch there by Wallace.
Yeah, Wallace got a little bit unfortunate with that ball placement from her teammate. Could not keep it in bounds, but another very dangerous attack for Lou Fusz.
And something interesting to mention for this Lou Fusz side, Reagan Barra, the right back for Lou Fusz, who has been involved in a lot today, being that pass just moments ago. She actually plays here for Columbia College, so she knows this field very well. This one's now going to be played out near side to JC Totalbin. Totalbin into the box and cleared away by Ava Martin out to Austell. Rain fighting to keep possession. It's going to be kicked up the field now. Eventually found the feet of Elfrink, but it'll be out for a throw. Now back onto the feet of Elfrink after the rain recovered. She tries to turn, she can't. And you'll find Bailey Davis. Now up to Haggerty.
Yeah, definitely hit her hand.
And it did hit her hand, as it will be a handball at the Columbia College logo.
Couple subs here for the Rain.
Esquivel will come on along with Aguilar, who both of those actually started the game for the Rain. So two players who started back in the second half.
Aguilar.
Jimena Aguilar
And
did a
number
nice
24,
job
Karina
in those
Esquivel.
first 10 minutes before the rain delay of really taking control of that midfield and facilitating for Dakota Aycock and this Missouri Rain team. That one's going to be deflected near side. And still on the ball now is Totalbin. Totalbin's going to send that one in and kicked away by Ava Martin once again. She's been good on these crosses, getting them deflected away. Totalbin still on it. To Wallace now, and kicked away again. Elfrink will try to recover it, but it'll end up being a throw for Lou Fusz on this near side once again.
12 minutes into this second half. We've had a pretty offensive second half for both teams. Missouri Rain showing a little bit more threat than they did in that first half, and Lou Fusz almost making the score 3-0 early on.
Esquivel now on it. She'll look forward, kick it, deflected, and now back to Mopano and goal. She'll send that one skying up near the press box where me and Julian are sitting right now. And way over the head of Austell, so she isn't able to control it. Lima will enter the game.
Bria Morris entering the game for the Rain.
So Lima and Morris now entering the game, and it'll look like Amara Austell, the very speedy
On
winger,
for Rain,
will
number 6,
move up to
Bria
striker
Morris.
duties for Dakota
And number
Aycock.
12,
So
Maria Lee.
change of pace up at the top for the Rain and Dakota Aycock. Let's see if that will get something rolling for this Rain side, who has not scored in their last 2 games for the Division II side. This one's going to be sent out, originally pressured by Leninger, and that pressure resulted in an errant kick out of bounds.
Goal kick,
Regardless, the
Rain.
rain play would have been there. But good pressure by the one striker for this Rain team, and it will be out for a goal kick for Pano to take it. She takes it short, looks for Martin. She finds Martin, and out wide to the right for Haggerty. Haggerty can't control it, and Reagan Barra, the Columbia College player, will be taking the throw in now.
They're a part of this Columbia College team that has been so successful these past couple of years. Came third in their conference last season, just missed out on a championship game.
They were actually ranked as the 2nd team in the country for this level. So very successful, as Julian mentioned. Molitor on the ball now. As Luffy's continues to play action here in the 50th minute. Obviously a shortened game here, as me and Julian mentioned already. 70 minutes only instead of the 90 that they were originally supposed to play because of that rain delay. Wallace on it now, and still defended by Aguilar. Great defense by Aguilar to poke that one away. And Wallace will have to throw it in. It'll actually be looking for one of those long throws. Might be off the head of Wallace. It was off the head of Esquivel. And onto the feet of Hatfield, who had that original goal for Lou Fusz.
Defense there by the Rain to retain possession. Can they counter here?
Haggerty on the counter. Looks for Esquivel, but it's going to be poked away by Wallace. And back to the back line of Lou Fusz. It will find Wallace once again. Now being tackled. A strong tackle in that midfield. And Wallace fell down, and it will be about 10 yards outside of the box. So about 30 yards from the goal, as no players currently are standing over the ball to take it from Lou Fusz.
Nice.
One will run up now as the referee tells her to bring the ball back just a little bit. It'll be Allison Schrump, the center back.
Help me out a little bit.
For Lou Fusz to take it here as
In a few seconds. Yeah.
three standing in the ball for the Rain. It'll be Ostel, Esquivel, and Pena. That was going to be sent in high, and Mopano had to reach for that one. As it's going to hit the crossbar. She didn't actually get
Goal
it.
kick, Rain.
It looked like she got a tip on it, but I guess not.
I think
Rain catch a break there.
may have touched her hand, but regardless, it will be a goal kick. Eventually almost finds Ostel, but it'll be kicked away by the back line. And up the field now, it'll find Totalton. And over the goal there.
Could not put it on target. One-on-one with
Goal
the
kick,
keeper.
Rain.
Also had a teammate in front of her. Elected to take it herself, but could not finish the one-on-one.
That one's now going to be played near side for Rain as a foul occurs. It will be going in the direction of the Rain, so they'll be the ones that take the free kick. A little bit handsy there from Wallace as she kind of came over the back.
Morris did a good job of making up for her faulty touch, getting back to the ball and earning that foul.
Morris flew by that one as her and Lima tried to track down the ball. Eventually, it's going to go back all the way to Schrump as she tries to play it out wide.
Ostel, nice
It'll
move
be
there.
Amir Ostel on it now for the Rain as she sends a good cross into Pena. And cleared away once again as Leninger almost had a shot on that one off the feet of her.
Corner
Could not
kick,
finish that
Missouri.
attack. It was a 3-on-2, maybe even a 4-on-2 in the box for the Rain. A lot of substitutions here for Lou Fusz. They might be fielding an entirely new team.
It will be an entirely new team as every single player from top to bottom except for the goalkeeper will be exchanged. There'll also be Elfrink coming back in. She just got subbed out moments ago. So a change for both sides, one being more monumental than the other. This is a good cross in. Will find the head of Ostel, but tapped away as Esquivel is now on it for the Rain. Looks for Lima and goes over the head of Lima as that tall through ball went
Goal
over her
kick,
head.
Lou
Out for a goal
Fusz.
kick.
I like the idea there from Esquivel trying to find her teammate on the right side. Just a little bit too far past for Lima to get to. Would have been in a really good position if the ball did stay in play.
Blue Fuse looking forward now. It would be Hobart, who actually played a lot in that first half, so back in for her. She also started the game. Lima will look Martin's direction and find her. Martin back to Lima and kicked away.
It's going to go out of bounds again. Nice play by Lima to retain possession for the Rain. Noticing she's not in the best position, ends up just kicking it off of a Blue Fuse defender.
Keep it there. Keep it corner. Keep it corners. Good.
It's going to find her. Go back to Pevovic. Gigi Pevovic. Like we said before, a lot of new faces for this Blue Fuse side as they exchange every single one of their players. Lima now running onto this one. Martin controls it, but it will eventually go out of bounds as he shields it, and Lima will be the one to throw. Lima will find Martin up at that sideline, but it did touch her hand, bounced it off her foot, and flicked up onto her hand was Martin. It'll be a free kick from almost as far near side as you could be for Blue Fuse.
Very unfortunate there for Bree Morris. Was in the perfect position for that throw-in, just unlucky bounce.
It's going to go all the way up and find Marin Vines. Vines looking central now, finds central.
Wide open on the left.
Now wide open is Lima guards.
Girls. As much as we can.
And a couple good passes in the box will end up in an offside position is Caitlin Smith.
Second pretty close offside of the second half. Reagan catching a break there yet again. This is going to be sent out for Morris, but it's going to go way out of bounds.
I thought it was going to be in bounds. Coach. Yeah, I will. Girls, can we grab pennies real quick? It's in the awkwardness.
Will be Hobart to throw that one in as she finds Smith in the middle. Smith turning now. Finds her way past Esquivel. Now back onto the feet of Schrump. Schrump still on it.
Shooting chance.
It'll be back central as a shot comes in at Mopano and eventually out of bounds.
Goal kick, Rain.
Blue Fuse are playing with a lot of confidence on the ball. Seems like every time they're on the ball, they're connecting plenty of passes. Seems like everyone's getting a touch on the ball every time that they get it.
Estelle on it now.
Nice flick there from Estelle.
A great flick from her, sends the ball up the field as she tracked it down and got fouled eventually. She ended up getting fouled by Vera.
All three of you were standing there. You know the guys in grade team where they're like...
This one to be kicked in by Martin. Deflects off ahead of a Rain player and onto the feet of Esquivel. Esquivel now out wide to the right for Lima, as she won't ever be able to reach it. And Blue Fuse will take possession once again on the throw-in.
Yeah.
Morris will be coming out for another Rain substitution.
As you can probably see, both of these teams getting ready on their respective halves. For the first team, Blue Fuse's first team in that bright pink over there on that right sideline, near sideline. And the Rain first team warming up on the left side, near side.
Rain wearing their dark navy blues instead of their classic pink purples at home, probably because of how Blue Fuse likes to line up with their jersey scheme.
These jerseys actually look a lot like my hometown jerseys in the Charlotte FC. Same font of numbers and jersey color, as this one's going to be played over, ends up at the feet of Morris.
Just offside was the call. Rain catching another break with another offside.
And the Aubrey Kappas that was trying to run on, but she was just a bit offside. It's a good trap by Hart and Martin on that back line.
10 minutes to play here in this game. Reminder, we do have the Division I matchup between the first team sides of these same two teams on the field right now. A couple of players from both sides will actually be playing in both of the games. Addie Clay, one of the more notorious ones for the Rain. We've seen a lot of her coming off the bench for Dakota Aycock.
Now up is Hobart. Hobart being defended tightly, and it'll be kicked off of her leg. Ends up being a corner.
Corner kick, please.
Nice piece of defending there by the Rain. Bend but don't break defense, forcing this corner. See if they can clear it away out of danger.
It will be Hobart to take it to Lou Fusz, as she might elect to go short. She elects to go long here, and it'll deflect off the head of Esquivel onto the head of Martin. And again by Lima to go out for a corner once again.
Not the smallest play there by Lima, as the goalkeeper was right behind her, Mopano, telling her to clear out. But she did take the safe route and clearing it out of bounds for another corner.
JC Totalman will come back into the game for Lou Fusz, who had that assist early on, and a couple of crosses into the box. That's going to go all the way over the head of Mopano. She's not ready for it. A good stop on the goal line by Ava Martin. It'll go back into the goal, and it will be a goal there by Lou Fusz. You couldn't tell who got their foot onto that one, but 3-0 is the score here in Columbia in the 62nd minute. Only 8 minutes left to play here. As a nice redirection goal with Mopano on the ground. It will be a goal for Reagan Barra.
The Columbia College native gets on the board.
Goal for
in her first game back this summer.
45, Reagan Barrett in the 63rd minute.
She got a pretty good ovation after that one.
Still playing possession now is Lou Fusz. As Ryan Ward will go far side and switch it. A good turnaround, Nostell. Now through Esquivel now. And out wide for a throw-in.
No, Amara's Ava goes wide and left.
Substitution now for Dakota Aycock in this latter 10 minutes as Nostell will come off, the player who's played all game for Dakota Aycock. Going to try again as that one was kicked out of bounds. Looks up for Lindenberg. And taken away again by Lou Fusz. She'll cross that one into the box, and Mopano won't even try for it as it'll trickle out of bounds for another goal kick in the 64th minute. Rain pretty much out of this one as we only have about 5 minutes left to do or put something up on the board. Hart's going to send that one all the way up to the top. Ends up getting taken away, and Jurovic will kick it out wide to the left for Hobart. Hobart now back on it. And Elphick will kick it all the way up, looks for Lima. Excuse me, that'll be Lininger. Stolen once again by Fusz. They have numbers here. She looks to the right. Now kicks central. It'll be Smith on it. Hart chasing. Smith versus Mercado. A good save by her.
Still in the box.
Excellent.
Martin kicks it away. It'll be back to
Run, forward, find people. Someone's got to step.
What a save. And she's on the rebound.
great shot coming in by the likes of Peyton Lever.
That was the goal scorer on that third goal. Peyton Lever had it down.
Coming on for the Reign, number 4, Addie
And the
Sachs.
14th, it was actually
And number 8, Arliss Varela.
More changes for Dakota Acock's team here as they continue to shuffle that midfield around. Obviously, in these Division II games, you always want to give every player an opportunity to play in the game just for experience. Some of these players could eventually go up to the Division I level. We've seen that with some of these players, as you mentioned before, Julian, that Addie might play in that first team game. We've seen Haggerty play in first team games, and we saw Esquivel play in Kansas City.
we're probably going to see a good amount of Addie play in that second game. As Yasmin Baird Watson picked up an injury over the weekend. Very unfortunate to have probably your best defender out if you're Dakota Acock, but you're going to have to fill in with a couple more defenders.
Everybody's got to get up. Amanda up.
Now for the far side for Lou Fusz is going to be played back centrally. It'll be Wallace on it. A good turn there by Ryan Ward to get that one near side and onto the feet of Tobin. Lou Fusz still playing around with it in this near side corner as Tobin will try to send it in and deflected away by Esquivel. Now onto the feet of Ward again.
Keep working together.
Ward now out wide, but it'll be taken away. And kicked away for a throw. Reign still fighting though, as they looked to get on a counterattack there off of a bad throw. Couldn't do so though, and Lou Fusz will retain possession as they try to wind this clock down even further.
About 90 seconds to play plus some added time. We'll see how much the head referee gives. Probably won't be much. Pointing at the assistant for 1. So we'll probably just see 1 additional minute at the end of the 70.
Hart, who has also played all game, is going to send that one up the field and eventually get kicked by Lima to the back line of the Fusz and out of bounds.
Running behind. Come on, go find one, girl.
Total bend to kick that one away, and the Reign will never recover it as it's going to go off the foot of Lima and out of bounds again for a Lou Fusz throw. Now on to the feet of Lever. Lima to throw. But go past her and Esquivel as Smith trots upfield. Now kicked out of bounds by coming up from her center back position.
Quinn. Ready?
It's going to go all the way up though, defended by Hart. Now taken away by Lima. Onto the field of Levert. Now centrally as Ward will switch fields.
There will be a minimum of 1 minute added to the end of the match. 1 minute stoppage.
Go ahead and get in colors for 3-team possession. Go ahead and
We
get
will
the
see a
colors
quick
for 3-team
turnaround after
possession.
this one.
Quinn and Zach are
Game
gonna
shouldn't
turn up and make it go.
take too long
Take it to
to
the first one. And then
start
once,
the first team, that is.
once you get the drill going, so that's not
As these teams have already been warming up for about 20 to 30 minutes over here on the near sideline. So a quick turnaround, and be sure to watch that one, as that is the Rain's first team, and this is just an exhibition match.
Second division game between these two sides.
Mopano might just let this one.
Probably gonna be the last kick of the game. And that will do it. And the head referee calls it. 3-0 final score. Luke Fusz takes this one.
Yeah,
And that is full time. Our final score: Missouri 0 and Luke
From the
3.
kickoff about almost 3 hours ago now. Yeah,
All right,
that's
thanks.
actually
Stay
gonna be
around
as
as
this
we've
game
got
did start
our
at
match
5 o'clock.
with Missouri Rain and
Off
Luke
the jump,
Fusz
Luke
on
Fusz
the
got to
Division
a hot
1
start.
game coming up
Goal
here in just
early
a short time.
for them as they took this game by storm. We will see you in approximately 15 to 20 minutes when the start of the Division 1 game occurs. Me and Jordan will be right back.